there were two conflicts going on. One was, of course, what I said, the barrio warfare.
Yeah.
And what the ironic thing is that as the barrio youth get mobilized and as warfare, juvenile warfare declines, the other conflict emerges. And that's a conflict between the middle class Mexicano, Mexican American, and the working class activist. You know, it's very interesting. One's axis of conflict declines and the other one increases, the class conflict within the Mexican American community. And in particular, and I use Henry B. as my prime example, but there were others, as exemplifying the anxiety and fear, actually, fear that they had about these locos, vato locos, and working class youth becoming political. They got freaked out. And so that explains Intel reports, Henry B.'s repeated public denunciations of the movement. You know, he red baited the movement and called them communists, Castorites. And then to bring in the vato locos, he also accused them of being thugs, punks. You know, he started calling, he said, these are just punks. This is Henry B. He called the school Colegio de los Punks. You know,
Turks.
so he was determined to shut down the Freedom School, which he was able to do. But in the meantime, the school had already spawned off different projects. Mm-hmm. One of them was the Berets, the Teatro de los Barrios that George Velázquez founded was another project that survived the demise of the Freedom School. So anyway, that's the first part. You know, talk about this conflict entre the barrio youth and then the conflict between the middle class and working class Mexicano. They were concerned, the middle class Mexican American leadership was concerned that the Chicano youth were going to start acting like the rioting blacks, as they put it. You know, at that time, the Black Civil Rights Movement had already turned the page to Black Power. There were riots every summer in the cities. Watts had started, of course, in '65, and Henry B. explicitly came out and said, "We don't want San Antonio to be another Watts or Detroit, whatever." And so they were very concerned about Mayo, the Mexican American Youth Organization, mobilizing these street youth.